And let's see what we had from last week. The Aussie yen, see now the structure point in the Aussie yen last week was 79, was the same as the long point, and these are the ones that you choose first. You want to choose the trade that your structural point and your long or short point as one and the same, therefore you're going to get paid the most. And you see now it's trading at 81.18, so you had about a couple of hundred pips on that trade. And you see this, there's your 79.91, and look at the move. Brr. Again, that was what's all the trade, the planning is all about. So last week on Thursday, it gets above 79.91. Your radar screen is going to turn green. It's going to give you the alert. The Aussie yen is 79.91. You're not going to think, because you did your homework, now you're going to jump in and buy. Guys, Matt, I'm on. Yes, I'm here. All right. And therefore, when you get something like this is triggered, you will jump in and buy. Do you guys hear me, or the sound is gone, Matt? Everybody hears me, guys? Sounds okay. So it's at your end, Matt. Okay, thank you. Alright, so therefore, again, this is what the planning is all about. You would immediately take the trade, you make a couple of hundred pips by the end of the session, you're done. So right now, how we are going to play the Aussie yen. We're still looking to buy the Aussie yen. Our bias is to the upside. We're looking for the yen to capitulate, so we're looking for this to continue higher. Unfortunately, we can't pick an entry based on the daily chart, so we're going to look at the intraday. And look at this. See how magnificent this upward move is? And it's been working from the day before the 79.91, and right there is your trade, and it's moving sideways. That is brilliant. And therefore, again, there is no reason for selling the Aussie yen. This confirms to us the weakness of the yen. This Aussie going up like this versus the yen confirms the bias that we had from doing our original homework about the weakness in the yen. That's why when I did the homework, I said to you that the weakest one we need to be looking at selling is the yen, and this is the confirmation that you're getting from the intraday from every single one by itself. Therefore, there is no reason for us to sell the Aussie yen unless it trades below the structure point here, which is, let's say, 70. So there is no reason to actually even consider selling it before this point, before, let's say, around the 80.50. And our buying point for the Aussie yen, we can buy it above the daily high. You guys that have the software, you can buy it out of the range. So if in Tokyo, let's say this is the Tokyo range in tonight or tomorrow, if it gets above the range over here, you can buy it. The ones that don't have the software, unfortunately, you have to take a later entry. You cannot. What the software does, it gives you a much more advantage by pinpointing to you your entry, so therefore you don't leave too much money on the table. So the guys that have the software, let's say, is going to buy it somewhere around here. The other guys are going to buy it up there, and therefore they're going to leave all this kind of money on the table. So that's the benefit of having a software that assists you in the decision making point. So the guys, as I said, the guys that have the software can buy it at the beginning of the range. The guys that don't have the software can buy it above 81.61. So our buying point for the Aussie yen is going to be 81.61. I'm going to pick the structure long in a second, and of course you have to put your stop below the 79.80. So that's the same stop from last week, so I'm just going to move it a little bit. 79.80 is the same stop. On the short side, we said we're not going to go short unless it trades below 80.50. So my short point is 8050. And my structure, this was the structure long, now it's going to reverse its role and become a structure short. So this is going to be 79.91. And if I go short below 80.50, I have to place my stop above 81.04, so my stop is going to be 81.04, so I'm risking about 50 pips on that trade. And now I have to pick a structure long point. That's a tough one, but in essence I think we can use this one because that's the high of the structure failure. $82.82. So my structure long is 82.82. Marcotte, is at your end, Marcotte? Guy, Janet, if somebody says no sound and you hear me, just tell him that the sound is on his end. Okay, so the structure long is the 82.82. All right. So the Aussie yen, we are going to buy the Aussie yen. It's okay, Mark. We're buying the Aussie yen above 81.61, and we have a structure long at 82.82. And if I buy it at 81.61, I'm placing my Matt. I'm doing the room, Matt. If I buy it at 81.61, my stop cannot be, my stop is 81.04. Okay, and alright, so let's do it again. We'll buy the at 81.61. Our structure long is 82.82, and my stop is 81.40, so I'm risking 50 pips on that trade. On the short side, I'm going short below 80.50, and my structure short is 79.91, and I'm using the 81.50 as the stop for the long point and the short point. Okay, that is the Aussie yen, and the bias is to the upside. I'm gonna